What is the environment? So here environment includes water, air, soil, it means nothing but land, and its interrelationship. So whatever surrounding to us majorly. Air, water, land, and its coexistence. Among and between the living beings, interaction with human beings, and its all other living organisms with environment, including environment. So environmental pollution. So simply in the layman definition, environment in the sense what is surrounding you. It may be air, water, or land, soil, forest, whatever it be. Whatever it may be. So environmental pollution means the presence of any solid, liquid, or gaseous substances present in such a excess concentration more than threshold limit. Maybe 10 to injurious to environment. Here environment in the sense living being also comes here. Living beings also comes under the environment. Are hazardous to environment is known as environmental pollution. So what is the hazardous substance? Substance or preparation which makes, whatever it may be, physico-chemical properties or handling or labeling to cause harm to human being or any other living beings, any other organisms or environment is known as hazardous substance. So which cause problem? Any substance which cause problem to any human being or any organisms or anybody, everybody. Actually, here Environmental Protection Act, as per Environmental Protection Act, (1986). Everything has to minimize. Any kind of pollution has to minimize. Regulate. What is the general powers to the central government under Environmental Protection Act? Central government have power to take all such measures it seems necessary to expedient for the purpose of protecting and improving the quality of environmental pollution. So protecting the environment at the same time, improving the quality of environment. Without prejudice to the generality of the provisions and subsections. So measures may be included with respect to all or any of the following matters. Coordination of actions by the state government officers, planning and execution of nationwide programs on environmental pollution, incorporating and laying down standards for emissions or discharge of environmental pollutants from various sources. So whatever is so. Standards. If it is coming from domestic, they has to put in the standards. From industry, agriculture, anyway. Procedures, safeguards for prevention of accidents which may cause environmental pollution. Procedures to safeguard hazardous substances, examination of such manufacturing process, materials, substances likely to cause environmental pollution, then giving or carrying out, sponsoring investigations and research, inspection of the premises, various organizations, industries, equipment, machinery, manufacturing, or process, methods, materials, anywhere inspection. Environmental audit is there anywhere, any company now. Even it comes into the organizations too, academic organization. Like academic audit, environment audit also mandatory nowadays. Or otherwise, environment is degrading, continuously degrading. Establishment or recognition of environmental laboratories and institutions to carry out functions entrusted to them. Preparation of manuals, course, guides, etc. Appointment of officers and their powers and functions. Power to give directions to individuals or institutions or organizations or industries. Rules and regulate to environmental pollution. Under Environmental Pollution Act, of land and soil is also covered. Everything comes under the environmental protection. Individually, we learned previously Water Act and then Air Act. But in the Environmental Act, each individual comes to here. Everything comes. Everything comes. Actually, here also state boards and then central boards are there. State Pollution Control Board and then Central Pollution Control Boards for environmental pollution also. Anyway, more or less like that. They has to advise the industries for treating the wastewater, not only wastewater, waste substances. This may be solid or liquid or gas. Prior to dispose waste getting from that industry, they has to treat it properly less pollutants. All the guidelines will frame from the state and central pollution boards. Majority of the situations, industries or any organizations has to follow reduce, reuse, recycle. Three R's. Reduce the pollutants, reuse the things, whatever they are releasing for useful purposes or any other purposes, then recycle. With it, we can decrease the pollution, environmental pollution, any kind of pollution. Reduce, reuse, recycle plays vital role. One small example I am giving to here. Suppose in your day-to-day life, each individual, a human being, I will give one example for individual life. How we are giving more pollution to the environment. Reduce concept. Reduce, reuse, 3R concept. Suppose if you are taking purchasing of any items, especially clothes or dresses. I am taking one example, one specific example now. Here, suppose if you are thinking you have to purchase 10 pairs per year, 10 pairs of dresses per year. Suppose you may use or you may not use. Everybody don't know. Simply we are purchasing and then we are putting in the almara. Sometimes after that we are simply throwing it. So how we can reduce this one? What is the use? So if we can reduce our purchase, instead of 10 pairs or 5 pairs we can purchase. This is not standards. I am giving one example. I am illustrating one example to you. You save money for 5 pairs, whatever the cost, first. So that is for your economic benefit. At the same time, whatever you purchased, with that you can enjoy. So here reduction comes. So each and every individual, for our purpose, for our utility, for our uses, everything if we can reduce, we can reduce the environmental pollution also. Okay, you purchased. So after sometimes it may not useful to you. So after 5 years or 6 years or even within 1 year, it may not useful to you, whatever the reason. What you have to do? You have to reuse it, remodel it or reuse it or somewhere, wherever the purpose. Or you have, there is no scope to reuse it. You have to donate it somewhere. If there is no scope for use it, you have to donate it somewhere. Still many, still needy people are there. You have to donate it. Next, reduce, reuse, recycle. Suppose there is no possibility to donate it also. Recycle it. You have to carry, you send that particular item to the recycling place. That is your duty. Every individual has to initiate that thing, whatever it may be. Even the paper also, after writing down your notes, what you are doing, simply you are throwing out. Don't throw out, even though if it is not useful to you after completing your course or whatever it may be. So you send that particular notebooks or papers or whatever it may be to the recycling. That is mandatory. Like that industries, like that agricultural products, like that everywhere, this is following. We can easily come over the pollution, environmental pollution, sustain our future, or otherwise it will going on simultaneously. I mean, first it enter into the land, and then after that rainy season came land, and from that it enter into the water body. I mean, whenever it enter into the land, majority of the living beings, whatever surrounding is there, they face the problem. After that, it enter into the water bodies. Aquatic ecosystem also destroyed. Or if we are incinerated, I mean atmosphere, air pollution, everywhere it is polluted. So once any particular matter enter into the environment, it comes through biomagnification to us as a cycle. So if any matter, any kind of, maybe biotic, I mean degradable, easily degradable or non-degradable, whatever it enter into the environment, what will happen? So it will be eaten by some other animals. From that, finally enter into our human beings through our products, as a milk, as a meat, chicken, whatever it may be, food items, rice, wheat. With our negligence, simply we are throwing. Finally, we are facing the problem. You are not responding. I mean, we are not responding. We are not taking care about ourselves. Finally, see, even though how many acts, how many laws came under force, if there is no awareness, there is no participation of the individual, nothing will be happening. It will be going on. It will be going on. Continuously, it will be going on. So how many awareness programs, how many acts, how many laws, rules, like whatever it is coming, if your attitude is not changing, if your attitude is not changing towards controlling of pollution, reducing of pollution, minimization of the pollution, nobody do anything. Even whatever rules enforced, whatever the government is enacted, whatever steps will be taken, it will be failed from the individual perceptions. Hence, you has to initiate it. You has to do it. First, you has to initiate. You has to implement. That is very, very important in any act. For fruitfulness of any act. For goodness of any act. So that is the importance of the protection acts. First thing, awareness, giving awareness, providing awareness, I mean, constructing awareness, coordinating, everywhere awareness takes vital role. Every individual has to participate in the conservation of environment, in the protection of environment, for our sustainable life, for our future generations.